Okay, everybody. I think this is going to be, I don't know, I think this is going to be 116. Maybe it's 117. I don't know. You'll find out when I go in and edit it. And I'll find out when I go edit it and find out if I'm an idiot or not. But I think it's 116. And you can see what a mess I make when I have all my stuff out to do work out here. Everything just becomes a rat's nest. But I'm going to show you what I've been doing and what I'm up to and a couple of things that I think would be of interest to you in this video. So hope you enjoy it and let's get with it. Well, I told you I was working on cleaning track and I could not get this switch to work. So in the process of trying to push it back and forth and get gravel out of the way, I knocked the over center spring out of it. Now the problem is that I had these joints down here soldered and the joints up here soldered. So I had to cut it out to be able to unsolder those and pull them out of the joiners so that I can put slide new joiners in and solder new joiners in, or not solder them, whichever the case may be. I may not. But anyway, I tried to use a Caboose Industries ground throw here. Let me get that. Anyway, it's too big. It's too big. And I was going to replace this one here because I thought I had broken it, but I did not. And you can see that the over center spring still works and the switch throws, and I've cleaned that one and the locomotives go through it, and I think you have seen it run down into the side of the building here on this switch. Oops, wait a minute, let me get that off of there. On this switch, which works. So I'm kind of a failure at what I told you guys about loosening up switches. I didn't follow my own instructions and broke it. So I got to put a new one in there, but everything else is okay so far. I don't know about the one that the locomotives are sitting on, but I do believe, or not sitting on, I do believe that one works. Anyway, we'll get to that, but I'm hoping tonight to desolder those pieces of track and take them out of there along with the joiner, put a new joiner on there, and be able to slide them back far enough to slide, or put the switch in and slide it in place. We'll see how that goes. But that's where I'm at. Okay, as you can see, I got the ballast out of the area here. And I am getting ready to get the soldering iron out and try and get those joiners off of there. Those right there and those down there. And then we'll see if we can drop the turnout in. Okay, gang, you can see I got the joiners unsoldered and got them out. All I need to do is figure out a way to slip some joiners on there. I'll probably have to maybe shorten up joiners so that they can be slid on and then soldered in place. And we should be off and running again. But let me try to do that, which is going to be a little bit of a task, so it'll be a little while, but I'll be back. Okay, I got it soldered. Not very well. But I didn't have my tiny solder out here and stuff. Just too lazy to go get it, and I'm going to paint over it anyways. But you can see that turnout now works. And obviously the turnout ahead of it works. Now we're going to throw that guy. And you can see that works. Whoops. And you can see that when I throw the switch, it turns the power off to it. So I think we have that back in place. We're going to do some more ballasting though and painting before I continue on with this video, but I think I'm going to wrap this up for now. Okay, you guys, I got a shaky cam going on, but you guys may or may not know that Robin's really likes Halloween stuff, and she really likes Halloween. So I told her to go ahead and order this car, and I wasn't really excited about the fact that it lights up, but I'm going to show you what it looks like in the dark. We got my moonlight on, and I'm going to use the magnet, and we're going to turn it on. Now, I think that looks pretty cool. Of course, it's pretty bright. But let me turn the light on, now that that thing's adjusting. Let me turn the light on, and I'll give you a little explanation of this car. I think you might be able to still tell that the light is on. And there you can see the light is off. I'm going to show you the inside of this car just because I think it's pretty impressive. Hold on. Okay, so here's the inside of the car. Well, that's not very impressive, but this is impressive. It uses that giant piece of plexiglass there to illuminate that door evenly, and it has a ginormous battery. That battery, I would have to think that that battery can be charged, but that is, you'd have to leave it on 6 months, I think, to run that battery down. That's a huge battery. And you can change it as well. It's got a piece of tape holding it in there. But there's not a lot of electronics to it, but it is pretty darn cool. Let me see. I don't know if I can turn it on. Oops. There you can see it on without the car. And if we look at it this way, you can see how the LED shines into it. And it's very weird how it operates. Hold on. Let me turn some light off. So there is what you wind up with that actually shows through. But I just thought that the inside of it and the battery, the size of the battery and stuff was just really cool. There is some foam there. You can see the foam. All that does is just pad the inside of the car when you put the cover on the car and holds all that in place. But anyway, that's what the inside of the car looks like. And I just think it's pretty impressive. And there you go. So there it is. It doesn't use any track power. It's all battery powered. And you just have to make sure you turn it on when using it, turn it off when you're not using it. Pretty simple. And it comes with this little, I didn't show it very well, comes with this little tiny wand with pumpkins on it. One little magnet in the end. If I can turn it on, maybe. There it goes. On. Off. It's a little bit hard to do with one hand, and I'm not very good at using one hand for anything anymore. But there you go. There's the Happy Halloween car from Micro Trains, Micro Mouse. I like it. I thought I would add this to the video today simply because the folks at Truecolor Paint reached out to me. We had to express some interest in buying Truecolor paints. I know very little about them, and I probably in the future will know very little about them. The only thing I know about them right now is some of them are brushable and some of them are not. Some of them are already pre-thinned. I'm trying to find one here. I think you can see on the top of that one on the right, it says flat, and it's an oxide brown, and it says brushable. And I will likely be using that, and I'll show you on what in a few minutes. But they sent me these paints, and I think there's two of them that say brushable on the top. Here's the other one. Engine Black says brushable. But it would look like, to me, hang on one second. It looks to me like the 800 numbers are brushable. I don't know if that's the truth. And honestly, I think Truecolor has the biggest selection, and probably, according to guys I talk to that do airbrushing on a regular basis, which I don't do anymore, they seem to like them. It's an acetone-based paint, from what I see, because it's talking about thinning with and cleaning with acetone. I haven't used any, but when I use it, I'll sure let you guys know. But I thought it was very nice of them to send me a few samples. I hope to get to use some and see how they really work. But we shall see. But along with that, hold on and I'll show you something. Along with that, they apparently either are or are connected to a place called Phoenix Precision Models. And they do 3D printed stuff. And you can see an example there of some large caterpillars, some loads, some tire loads, a little building there, some military stuff. And I haven't taken them out of the bag, but I will show you a few things. Here, whoops, wait a minute, where is it? Here are some N-scale work tables, like welding tables and so forth that you could put inside of some place. I suppose you could use them in HO as well, but those are small 8-foot work tables. Here is something that's pretty unusual, and this is a food service counter. So if, say, you had a little outside stand or whatever, you know, that in a place that was cooking hamburgers or whatever. In fact, it looks like there's hamburgers on a grill there and a little sink or something. But just think how cool that would be, painted up and have the drinks and stuff there and have the burgers on the grill and that kind of stuff. I think that's pretty cool. That's one of the things they sent me to check out. These here are large HVAC units with the ducting, and I think you can never have too many HVAC air conditioner units. And I'm trying to get it. There you go. They're really, really nice. And to give you an idea of how big they are, there's the head of a Woodland Scenics track pin. So they're pretty small. Now, for the coup de grace, or the last thing, as we would say in New Mexico. I just think that the work on this is marvelous. This is a military half-track with fuel drums. And I'm going to try and get as close as I can here to it. Well, let me see if I can. There's what it looks like, and you can see the size of my thumb. And you can see all the drums in the back of the bed. Now, I think the detail on that is truly outstanding. And they have a whole lot of military stuff. Quite a bit of military stuff. So I would recommend looking them up online. And here is all their information. And it's Phoenix Precision Models, obviously. And I looked through their little catalog here. Let me see if I can open that up a little bit here for you. This is just a little smattering of things that they do. course, there's a junk pile. There's a crate there that's open. That's got a bunch of stuff in it. A tank. Some loads. Let's see on the back here. There's a list of all the things they make. You can surely find that on their website. They do make some gaming things. Anyway, they have future releases. Anyway, look them up online because I think their stuff is really cool. And I'm telling you that the detail on that little half track is just outstanding. So I wanted to show you that. Now let me show you one more thing. Okay, and along with the other Phoenix stuff, they do a few buildings. And this is a little garage with the door open. It's a little garage with windows all the way around. And once again, I think the detail on it is tremendous. It comes with the window material. Let me set it aside. And here is the building. And of course the garage door is up. Has a little door on the side. And all the windows really look good. I like the little arch on the top, arch element for the eave. And it comes, hang on, it comes with a base with a slope for the driveway. Let me see if I can put them together here. And actually there's, I don't know if you can see them. You can't really see them very well, but there is cross-hatching in there for the concrete. But, oops, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like I said, I'm not very good one-handed here. There is how the driveway looks going into the garage, and you've got this sidewalk kind of looking thing all the way around the outside. And it just makes a cool looking little building. And I'm going to probably go ahead and paint that up and put it over in here somewhere because it's small enough to put somewhere. And this would be what would be the repair shop for the Santa Fe Maintenance Away vehicles. So that's probably what this is going to become. And it's highly likely that it'll be painted in this yellow color, and highly likely that it'll be having green trim, is what I'm trying to get out. But anyway, and it comes packed in all this foam real nicely. Just another thing that they make that I think is really nice, really nicely done. Okay, these here were released this month. Maybe it was the end of last month or this month. I think it was this month. And these are Scraploads. God, who would think I would need those? Anyway, I have spray painted those black. They come obviously molded. Well, not obviously, but they come molded in gray. And they fit 50-foot microtrains hoppers. Maybe, if I can get it in there. Hold on. There we go. Very easily. They'll probably fit a lot of other hoppers as well. But anyway, I've got to paint and weather those up and do all that stuff. But I just think they look super good. And so I had Robin ordered me 2 sets. So I've got enough Scraploads now. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this up today, because there's not much else I can do until I do some more painting and ballasting. So that'll be kind of boring. And then, of course, like I've told you guys, I'm going to a car show this weekend, and I may do some videoing down there. I don't know. No promises. And then the fair starts next week. So anyway, here you go. Okay, now, I don't have things done, but you can see how the fuel pumps are coming along, and the light awning above it. And it's got some lights that go in the top of it that would be shining on the Texaco on the station. I got part of the sign done. I'm going to paint the base of that concrete. And I have some Woodland Scenics guys. And you can see that there's a welder back, a welding guy back there in the back, and a mechanic standing inside looking outside, and a guy standing out here, and another guy that's a welder. And I got the lube barrel painted, and I got some decals and stuff on it. However, I don't have all the cables and hoses and all that stuff attached to all this stuff. But you can kind of see how it's going to eventually come together. Right now with a bunch of junk around it, but how it's going to come together. So that's probably going to be it for now. Okay, everybody. That's it for 116, or what I think is 116. And as usual, thanks for watching.